And I wanted to say hi to everybody. I'm so happy to see everyone. I miss you. I wasn't there yesterday on Tuesday. Give me some wins. Tell me how everybody's doing. I don't know who's going to make it because I just sent out a text message and I did not go live and doing my stories. So we will see. But can everybody else talk and tell me what's going on? How are the wins? How's everybody doing?
Lovely.
Hello?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I saw that you sent the carousel. That's great. I want to look at your link. I wasn't able to access the carousel, by the way. The link said I didn't have access. So
Okay. I will fix that.
but I saw that you sent it, so thank you.
You're welcome. I'm trying to get better with all of this.
You're doing amazing.
No, I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just like wanting to do things a little faster. That's all. But wins, I don't know. I'm gonna do the Zoom thing next week. I'm really gonna push it. I'm really gonna just put
You
it
are?
out there. Yeah. Like I have to do it.
You have to do it. You have to just go and just try. And then just understand that. So for my first 3 months, and Amanda can, when she comes on, she can attest to that. Amanda was my only coaching client for the first like 3 months. Honestly, it was me and her, and I would just be in there and I would just tell her about AI because I didn't even know what to do or what to coach on. Like I had no clue. And now we have like you, and we're looking to expand and like all of that. But I literally just coached to Amanda.
Yeah.
So like I'll be your Amanda. I'll come on. Like I don't want you to get discouraged if people don't show up because like remember people are just getting to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like when people they're just trying to see your brand. Just invite people and I am going to sit today, I think either today or tomorrow, and I'm going to film my Gary Vee video and I'm going to send it out to all of my contacts because that's been very scary for me to do, but I'm going to do it because I want to, my goal, remember about our whys, my goal is to get 100 moms businesses launched this year. So in order to do that, I have to, at a 20% conversion rate, that means that I have to talk personally to what? 2,000 moms.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's exactly what
1,000 moms.
Is like these calls and how it worked and it works. And just
It works.
again, like you're saying, just putting myself out there, it's okay. So maybe I'll do, because I was just gonna do a voice message, but maybe I'll do a video. You froze, Chelsea.
A call to action, huh? Of just a call to action. And you literally say, hi, I'm Chelsea Rizzo. Some of you guys know me, or maybe I've only talked to you once. If I only talked to you once, like, I'm sorry to just sell you, but I am going to hard sell you right now. I have launched a coaching business. My goal is to help 100 moms launch their digital business this year. And maybe you're not my client or like need those services, but maybe you know somebody. And this is my one ask from you. I would love to help you execute this vision because there's so many moms that just need help and I just want them to join my coaching community so we can affect change together. And I would very much appreciate it if you could share this link. Something like that. I haven't like done the script, but like that is what Gary Vee says to do and I'm going to try it and see. But it's been scary for me to tell like contacts what to do. You know what I mean? It's been like,
yeah, you got this, girl.
Monte Vista. No, I'm going to see my mother-in-law, Donna Rizzo, Chelsea Rizzo. Sorry, guys, childcare. So I need my mother-in-law to watch my kids, and I'm like 10 minutes behind. Hutton or Rizzo, Chelsea Rizzo or under Chelsea Hutton. Sorry, guys.
So I didn't even know I needed help with what I'm doing until I got involved in Abundant and realized how much there is really to do, and I do need help. And I've also had a struggle challenge where I am just going way too fast, and Chelsea keeps reminding me to slow down. I need to crawl before I run, right? And so I'm finally learning that. But man, I am just, my ADHD is just out of control. So I'm learning to manage that and slow down.
That's amazing. I
So
feel the same way.
Ashley is another white glove client, and we have her landing page almost ready to roll. And we went through and overhauled her digital products because she has such like a very comprehensive goal of everything that she wanted to do. And I was like, let's pare this down to 3 things. And thank you very much. You have a great day. Let's pare this down to 3 things, and let's make it like fun, and then let's actually have something to sell, and then you can go to a pre-launch page for your curriculum. Like you guys don't need to sell everything right away. You can build the ship while you're flying, but you just need to start getting the people into the community and the emails, which is what a lot of you are doing. So how are those that have launched, how are your freebies going? Are you looking at your emails and your conversion rates on a daily basis? Tell me how that's going for everybody. Anyone?
I haven't really
Anywhere?
put my freebie that much. Like I might do something
So you should
different.
be
And
posting
that's
it
again
daily.
like right. And just like Ashley said, with like I'm trying to just figure out the whole process. And I know like it's never going to be done or it's never going to be perfect, but it's done. So I need to do
So
that.
Pamela, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. You were at Mimi's house. So I just had a call with Pamela and her crew about her products, right? And we started, so just for example, she hired us to do all of it, right? And we did. We changed, so we did. She had a high conversion rate. She was getting like 30%. It was great. And then we realized it didn't apply to her business. It did not apply to her business. We needed her position differently. So we redid everything that we did, and we're coming up with a different strategy. But she doubled her email list. So she got 200 more emails. She sold a few things, right? She was at 40%. She sold a few things. She has her new products. We're increasing that, right? But we just got started. So I want you to remember, and I think she's posting about it daily. And she has the email sequence. So what we learned is same thing in my business: start, change, start again, change again. But at least when you're starting, like you've started, Amy, you're going in that direction. That direction is going to change 1,000 times. But at least you're getting that momentum. At least you're collecting those emails, which you need in order to sell, because you need to touch a customer anywhere from 10 to 12 times in order for them to purchase, even if it's $7, $17. Like they need to see you. They need to see what the product is. They need to understand in order for them to even purchase it.
She gone? I think she's gone. Oh, there she is. You're on mute.
It says you're the host now. You go.
Oh, that's weird.
Put you on this coach session.
Wait. Hold on.
She's
What?
just frozen. Give her a sec.
That's hilarious. How do I unmute her?
Tell us you're muted. Yeah.
Can you please take over? I need to get the kids settled really quick.
Can I take over?
Somebody, I'll be right there. Yes,
Okay.
please.
You know, I think it's a great idea to keep that in mind when things aren't going right. You got to look back and you got to take a look and say, you know, analyze it and say, hey, what am I doing wrong, or what can I do differently, or maybe just do a little more research and say, hey, I need to, switch this product down just a little bit to get more people going. But it's just like a relationship, right? It's ever changing, ever evolving. You got to work at it. So
Yeah.
if you're not, making any sales from your freebie, take a look and see if maybe you're doing something. Like for instance, I have a problem with over creating. Like I love pretty. I love and sometimes I just overdo it and stimulate people. So yeah, I learn from, where my struggles are and try to advance.
We talk a lot about perfectionism. Sorry, my camera's not on. I promise I'm working on it. But we have to talk a lot about perfectionism because it's something that slows down the roll of progress dramatically and can hold up everything that you're working on.
Yes, definitely. Especially when it's not the main thing you should be working on. You just kind of get distracted like I do.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, I want to work on this because this is fun. This isn't. I don't want to do that part. And then I should have had the other part done a long time ago.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
Okay, guys, sorry. Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you. So we're talking about perfectionism, just getting started. I think, Amanda, you can totally speak to that as a content creator too, right?
Yes, it's honestly something that will put me in complete analysis paralysis, like trying to figure out all the different things I could do different or want to do different, and nothing gets shared or posted at all because by the end of the day, I've thought about it so long that I just can't do anything. So we want to push you guys well beyond that. Like we want you to get things up. Like everything that you do is editable. We say that all the time. You can change and correct and update anything that we're working on, and you gotta get it out there. You gotta get started.
Yes, or else you'll get nothing done. I've had days where I have so much to do and I'm not focusing and I got nothing done. And that's where time blocks are awesome.
Are you talking to us, Chelsea?
Yeah.
You're muted.
I know, sorry. So I have no childcare right now. So I was trying to get down here in time. Here, talk about perfection, right? So I'm used to being in a certain place, doing a certain thing, being able to see you guys. Like I'm used to having somebody come to my house and can help me. And I don't have that right now. So I had to come down to my mother-in-law's house with the kids, which means I was like packing everybody. I was overwhelmed, right? And then I had a client call. I had to make sure that I was like prepared for that. So I like took my time. I should have left an hour earlier. Now I'm here and clearly the timing, as you guys can see, like I have to offload the kids, get them onto my mother. It's like crazy. So if I was a mega perfectionist and worried that you guys would fire me as a coach, I probably would have canceled today, right? But I'm not. Are any of you going to fire me as a coach? No, because you're all moms and you've probably been there. And so just, I guess that's like live time reminder of like, don't be a perfectionist and just be okay being embarrassed and uncomfortable and just hope that you have found your tribe and like pray that you found your group and you just like show up. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So now that I hope my kids are okay with my mother-in-law, let's get into the nitty-gritties. Tell me, we've talked about perfectionism. We've talked about brand work. I know you guys talked a bit about social media on Tuesday. I feel so like out of sorts not have been like part of that. We had some really cool calls though happening where like we actually have full automated solutions in addition to like our app and website. Now we've like hired a full-time person that can help us automate everything, which is insanely like today is the first day that I woke up without an elephant on my chest, worried like that I was gonna miss something. And I automate everything in my life. And I actually like was the first time I was like, wow, that was like a really good hire. Wouldn't you say the same, Amanda?
Absolutely, an absolute like answer to prayers in what we needed to scale this business. I'm so excited.
Yes. So we are like out of this world, excited and very happy to do. So that's what we were working on. So tell me where everybody is. I know Emily was like, you're going through kind of like a shift in some of your marketing and positioning too, when it comes to like like you asked me yesterday, do you mind if I share with the group? I mean, I kind of put you on the spot to share. Sorry. But you asked me yesterday, you're like, hey, when is it a time to quit? Because you're not getting the responses. And like Amy's saying, never. Yeah, never. But pivoting and shifting and changing is always something that you should always be doing and responding. So I could tell you guys a few times that like I wanted to quit. I'm sure Amanda's wanted to quit. Like building this business, we haven't really made a dime on building this business yet. And we've had to pivot and shift. What would you say, Amanda? But like probably like close to 20 times
50
where we've
times.
yes. So we literally had to be like, okay, we're not resonating with our base. We have influencers. We think the empowered mom. So we can even start with like the Empowered Mom Summit. So Abundant Management started to manage influencers and just mommy influencers trying to help them build businesses. And it's grown into let's coach other moms how to actually build their business, even if they don't have a social media following. And let's join forces. It started with a totally different partner that has evolved into 4 core partners that meet now all the time and every day, right? Like we shifted that vision. It's turned into an academy from what originally was a business management. I started as Amanda Sellers business manager. Well, I started as like Carla Bradley's business manager. And then we signed on Amanda Sellers and a few other influencers. And we were doing clothing with Kaya and Cash. And we thought that was going to be the big thing of like co-branded clothing lines. And then it turned into, well, no, because the overhead and able like how often we have to iterate that product becomes difficult, and actually driving conversions can be very difficult if you don't have the right meta strategy, and that takes too long to identify the right meta strategy for each influencer like we were trying to do, because we couldn't cultivate that brand following and really make that convert, that it actually plummeted Kaya and Cash sales. Even though we had more organic traffic, because we weren't having the right organic traffic, it plummeted sales from like our actual business. So then we were like, well, that's not working. So, but what do we do now? Well, we can actually record this. We can create courses. Well, how do we get people into those courses? Because now people like know what we have, but they actually don't know how to apply that knowledge, or we're not even structuring how to sell it the right way. So then we had to like get back with our mentor and go in our coaching again and say, well, how do we package this? We packaged it 3 different ways before we even came up with Business in a Box. Now we're changing that structure. The way that we have to pivot continually is like originally we were trying to sell everything in Abundant Academy, all of our categories at once. Well, that didn't work because that doesn't land with the right demographic. And it's different people that we should be marketing to. So we've continually and still we had a call yesterday adjusting with, and I have a call at 2:30 with Gary, who built Tony Robbins' $48 million mom specific coaching business. He's meeting with us. Bradley brought him in with us. He's partners with Brad to coach us on how to adjust our marketing strategy, because even though we're hitting our first 5-figure month for Abundant Academy specific, we're hitting that first month, we're still not where we should be, because Brad wants us at like millions a month. which is where we're going in this business direction. That's our goal. So he's like, no, you need to change this structure, this structure, this structure, this meta ad strategy, that strategy needs to change, adjust, and pivot. And you're not hitting your target demographic. Your target demo needs to adjust a little bit, because it's no longer a mom in the trenches. It's more a mom that has X income and this goal and this, like, we need to change that, right? So I want all of that is to say that don't abandon shift, pivot, shift, change, and then do it again until it works. Because if you want an automated online business, if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to create legacy, then you have to make sure that you're staying on top of like the trend. Like all of the back end should be automated. That should be like something that you're not having to worry about, because you're going to have to shift, change, and pivot all of the time. That like that's where your focus should be, like sales and acquisition. Like Samia has me focused less on being in the business and more on being like out selling the business. That's why I'm creating, say hi. That's why we're creating that website and app and dashboard, Amy, because we want it accessible to be a part of like the coaching, the paid coaching. You'll get access to this website. We still haven't gotten it fully live, but at least you can automate the back end. Like if you're not able to hire us for like the white glove clients, it's fine. We want you to still have the tools to be able to apply and get to the place to where you can be like, here, you know what I mean? Like we want something for everything, because we started before we had our other businesses. We started where it was like I literally was selling things to start my first business. Like I knew it was going to cost me $5,000 to start this thing, and I needed to invest in it. So I sold clothes and bags and shoes and this and that. And like I just, until I got to that, because I didn't want to take money away from my family. I didn't want to take out a loan. So I just sold to start Kaya Cash.
That's actually,
And that turned into like a 6-figure business.
I
Go ahead.
literally did the same thing. I was just gonna say, I literally did the same thing. I had a Poshmark account. I think I still have it open, and just literally was in my bedroom floor, like taking pictures of clothes and selling them online, because I knew that this was something I could do from home right now with like a tangible income. That's a lot of times why we focus on these like front face opportunities for you of like affiliate marketing or things like that. That's like, hey, let's get the ball rolling for you right now today. Let's get you ready to invest in a comfortable place that you can move forward, because we talk about like you can cancel subscriptions. That's another thing I did, like cancel subscriptions. And we did it this last month when we were revisiting our finances. We like, we're not using Netflix. I don't have time. I'm building businesses. Like drop it, reinvest that money into something that's going to have a good return for us. So you have options and solid places to start. And since we started in those places, we know what it's like, and we want to give you all the tools that we have so that you don't have to figure it out alone.
Okay.
said.
Yeah. Yes. So kind of where I was coming from with that is definitely I don't want to quit, but I didn't know if there's something where it's like, well, this isn't maybe a product that maybe I should change, because see, I teach so many different ages. It can be hard for me to niche down, if that makes sense, because I teach piano lessons like to all ages. So it's it's hard for me to choose sometimes. So I'm like, well, I teach this, play it, how to play and sing, but I also teach the classical traditional piano method in a fun way. So it's like, do I rotate and then go dabble with that a little bit, or is that too, am I getting crazy and I need to keep focusing for another, I don't know, however many months?
So I think what, in my humble opinion, from the little that I know, I would say that you should look at, I don't know what your capacity is on taking on piano like in person, but you should definitely be making that content. So you should be recording that and making that a part of the content. So especially if you teach piano in a fun way and in a different way, like you should be letting people know that you do that. And I would take out a very consolidated, localized meta strategy for like $5 a day, focused on like literally a 5 mile radius, making yourself a local celebrity where people at like the gas station know who you are and that you teach piano. I would come up with a very localized that, and I would fill your schedule to a point where you're like, okay, I'm at capacity. I would then tell all of them, hey, the people that are interested in taking your piano lessons, I don't have capacity to do that. You can raise your prices, but I do have this course and I do have this, and you can teach at home and here. And then again, I would have a different strategy focused on parents, because those are the ones that are buying the courses. They may not be taking the courses, but no teenager is going to be seeking you out. No, like retired person, maybe. But I don't think who you teach matters. I think who purchases your product matters. And that's who you should be marketing it to. And that's probably who you should, like, I would even maybe shift your course to being like how to teach your kid how to play piano if you don't know how to play piano and keep them interested. And like
Right.
take what you
Right.
actually have and then have a download on how a parent can walk them through it. And I would sell that at like $50 or $90 or whatever and be like, here, now
Okay.
you can like walk through with them. And I would just repurpose the teaching that you have. That's how I would give it to a parent. And then I would just max out your schedule locally to where you're at, like, and you can I potentially even like raise your prices so you're getting compensated enough, and then you're at like, I can't take anymore, but I have this course. That's what I would do.
Right. Okay, yeah, because I teach a lot of homeschoolers right now. So I teach, during the day. And it's a lot of fun and I love it, but yeah, I'm trying to reach more. But that makes sense. I get bored of like just sharing like one, this is my product. Like I get bored of that.
Create a
I'm like,
freebie.
I should share something else maybe.
You should have a freebie for other homeschool moms on how I don't know why I came down here. There's no help anyways. I don't I would have a freebie on how do you teach your kids how to actually like if your huge thing is having homeschool kids, right? Like I would totally lean into that. That means that homeschool moms want you to teach them. So how can you curate a freebie, a download, and an email sequence to homeschool moms that want their kids to learn piano? Like that's your target demographic. And then you can sell the course. That's who I would lean into. And I would get yourself maxed on your, I would make yourself a local celebrity, use the Gary Vee thing that keeps you like very focused, $5 a day, very 5 mile radius, highly concentrated. People know who you are. It's like the real estate people with the benches. You know what I mean? Like that strategy. Focus on that. Turn people away. Give them your freebie. And then I would target specifically homeschool moms that want their kids to learn music. Here, teach yourself. That's the strategy. Yeah, Tony, hi. In my mind.
Thank you. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? Sorry
Good. How
I'm
are
late.
you?
Busy, too busy. But good. Can't complain. So about that sorry. About that meta strategy, I don't even know where to begin to because you told me to do that too with my nature play group. And
Yeah.
I would love to do that, but I don't even know where to start with that. So should we just like ask ChatGPT, like teach me about using ads? Like how do we, and just like $5 a day? Like I know nothing about Facebook ads or meta ads, but I know you've advised me to use like turn one of my reels
Okay,
and
so
a local ad, but where do we start?
So whichever reel that you've gotten the most engagement in,
Mm-hmm.
you can start by boosting that for like,
Hmm.
I don't know, $3 a day or like $10 a day and just do it for 3 days. See what that engagement is and link directly to your freebie or your sales page. You always typically
Okay.
want your meta strategy to go to your sales page. But this is a little
Okay.
bit different because you're trying to get traffic. So you can boost it and see how that works first.
Okay.
Second, that like we saw that work pretty well. Second is I will send you my Fiverr girl. You need to set up your meta pixel. Okay. And when you have your meta pixel set up, you need to take that and ask like ChatGPT for your target audience, but you definitely need to see like on your insights who's typically looking at it, when, where they're looking at it, whatever. Once your meta pixel is set up, I would again take a reel that's working, that people are liking. Now, it's a little bit different for us because we have like the influencers, so we can see on a mass scale what performs. So if you want, we could even test it out and see like maybe you can do a co-collab with Amanda on something homeschooling. We can see how it performs and resonates. Then you take that and like, okay, we saw that furthest reach. That one worked really well. So we're going to take that and make that a meta ad. You're going to want to make a carousel and a static post. Then you have a static post, a carousel, and a video. You ask ChatGPT to act as an ad copy specialist, a meta ad strategist, and come up with the right copy and call to action. You're going to have to go through and edit it because even our meta strategy always needs improvement. So you have to check it daily. You have to make sure that it's paying for itself. Meta is a meta pit. The reason is a money pit. The reason why I'm saying local focus is when you're pinpointed, the goal is less sales and more, I want to reach more people in this specific community that's going to be going to a tangible product in a place. I'm a brick and mortar store. Even though you're not typically a brick and mortar store, you have an in-person offering. So you'll see that conversion a little bit differently. You're going to have to try different iterations. You're going to know that it's a risk. That's why you want to go lower cost and you want to try and use it off of a metric that's already performed.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Does that make sense?
Sort of. I'm stuck on like I don't even know what a metapixel is.
Yeah, so that's in your
but-
business suite.
Okay,
And
in
that's
the
what
meta business suite.
I would have a Fiverr person set that up.
Oh,
I wouldn't
okay.
even mess with it. And I can send you the girl that I use that does it for $100. And then
Okay.
I would make that important. I would make that just make sure that it's set up, and that needs to be integrated into your landing page and your go higher level page so you can have tracking
Oh, okay.
You can
or
also,
your website. Go ahead, Amanda.
I was just gonna say, you can also ask ChatGPT to explain some of these terms and descriptions to you, like you're an elementary school student. Just be like, hey, break this down for me. I actually want to understand it. Because it takes a lot of repetition and practice to understand. The first time Chelsea said something about pixels to me, I was just like, and she's like, send your pixels to me. And I'm like, what?
What's a pixel?
I don't know what that is. I don't know where to find
What
it.
a pixel does
I
is it
have it.
allows and there's another one that's coming out for ChatGPT. It allows crawlers, is what they're called, to look at your landing page and to explore other people's pages. So when you always have to accept terms when you go to somebody's website and it's like, hey, can you see my cookies? And not like not in a weird way.
Yeah.
That what they're looking at is what your actions are on that web page, and then they're going to retarget you.
Oh.
So when they retarget you, so if you, dependent on what your action is, so if you abandon cart or you hover over a certain thing, a certain button for a long period of time, or you do whatever action you do, there's a call to action on the back end in your meta pixel. on how you want your retargeting ad to perform. So if there's an abandoned cart, then you want to make sure that you're showing up in a way that they see you for the next 30 days. And they're going to keep seeing your advertisement. So eventually they'll check out is the goal, right? And you'll send them sometimes even a different ad depending on how you have it set up.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
you keep showing yourself to them. Again, like these into windows. Oh my God, I didn't mean it like that. But you keep showing up. We got cookies. We got, oh my goodness, I swear. Jesus, take the wheel. No. So you just want to keep showing up. That's the point of a metapixel. It'll keep retargeting your audience,
Okay,
which
got it.
means that eventually you'll hit more sales. So for us, our retargeting strategy is where we put more of our money than actually getting brand awareness because we have organic traffic from our influencer marketing, which is, again, when you guys collab with us, you benefit on that. We have influencer marketing that gives us a lot more organic traffic. That's why you may want to boost something
Okay.
that's already working. Does that make sense?
I know what to do to boost like my reel and try to get more local people into
problem
my
with
classes,
boosting
but
Your pixel doesn't, so you're paying Meta
mhm.
to share out I just want you to know this before you put money behind it. And a big reason why I don't love boosting. Brad Lee likes boosting, surprisingly. And we've had the biggest number or swell of registrants when we boost our posts. But you can't take any of that data and retarget it. That's the problem. Your meta pixel isn't attached to that ad. So you can't retarget from there. But you can get exposure. So if you're sending them to a local call to action of where you want them to show up, or you want them to submit an email, or you want them to buy something locally, that makes more sense to me. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent, but I just wanted to explain the difference.
I think it makes sense. I feel like I need to, because when we first met for 90-minute, like we had one direction, and now I feel like I'm being pulled in like all these different directions, and not from you, but just like how it has evolved.
Yeah.
And just like with my life situation. And I just feel like I needed to like re-clarify what my goals are, I guess. No, I mean, I feel like pretty clear. It's just like I'm just like, I think it was Kat said, or I think I just like, I over created a lot. So like my freebies are like 2 different freebies that are good, but there's just a lot, like where it's like hard to explain how much value is in them in just like, you know what I'm saying?
So let's sit down and break it up. And what I would do is like, we need to just focus on like, what's the traffic on your freebies? I'm seeing you post them.
Yeah, I think it's like there was like 200 visits, I think.
Yeah.
But then only like 12 or something the last time I checked, like actually gave the emails, I think, if I'm reading it right.
Okay.
I probably should never have go high level because I don't know. It's like not, I haven't invested time into like learning how to use it and utilize it. So it's just been a waste of money for me. But
Let's talk about this. I know you have to call me because we hired a go high level expert. That's our girl.
Good.
Yeah. So let me get with the team. Let's see what we can figure out because my 9-month-old's like on stairs. Like, this is crazy. Because I think that we can just help you. Because I want you to have the right analytics and reporting and all of that. So let's just talk offline.
Okay.
Okay.
But as of right now, I mean, I feel like I'm still sort of drinking from a fire hose with like all the different strategies and just I've got my freebie and I kind of know like my thing is like raising creative kids, but also combating mom overwhelm, which is what I'm focusing more on because nobody is looking at like, darn, my kid's not creative enough. Like nobody's thinking that. But they are thinking like, I am overwhelmed with life. So, and with motherhood. So, like I'm trying to kind of like help kids to be more creative and combat mom overwhelm within the freebies I made do help do that, and my coaching will help do that. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm just
So you
feeling
have to
overwhelmed
pick
with life,
one.
basically.
You have to pick one, and
Oh,
you should pick one and stay in
okay.
that lane, and
Oh,
just
okay.
focus on that. And like we said in your strategy meeting, this is what I think for you, but I could be wrong. I would focus on your target audience is moms like me and like everybody else here
Mm-hmm.
that are trying to work from home. They're trying to be home with their kids. How do I have actual present activities and factor that in
Mm-hmm.
while I'm trying to just manage my life? Give me 5
Okay.
easy ways I can do that, and then give me a plan that I can do easily from my phone. And
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I have that.
that's how I would position it. Like, here are 5 easy ways to be present with your kids. Are you an overwhelmed, busy mom that just craves presence with her children? Here are 5 easy ways to do that right now, today. And then after that, I would just say, here's your plan for the year or your plan for the next season or whatever we decided on your paid product. But I would make it very simple and very tangible and very like, this is what you can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
5 easy ways. Like, the prompts are great, but
The
I
jar.
don't think that moms, I love your creative jar. I love the content you're creating around that. Like, I love it so much. I think that the messaging around it needs to be streamlined a little bit. And it needs to be like, here's your done for you
Right.
ways. If you're overwhelmed and you're like you don't know how to hack it, you need
Yeah.
to lean in the fact that you are a single mom of 5 homeschooling your kids. You know how to do this. You're an entrepreneur, you're building your businesses, you're managing all of that, and you're still present with your kids. You need to lean into that messaging because moms will relate and resonate with that. And then you need to make it very easy for them so they don't want like to read a list of 100 things.
Right.
What
Yeah.
they want is like, tell me what to do right now.
Right. Okay.
How can I look at my phone and be more present with my kids? How do I get to do that? I'm having that same issue with AI Mom. So I was selling a lot when I said, like, let's build your mom assistant, whatever. And then I stopped selling because all these made for you done apps came out. That's why I pivoted to an app, because moms don't want to create. They don't want another thing that they need to do. They are like, what's done for me? So I stopped selling. Stopped selling my thing on you can do it for yourself. And I had to pivot to here's how it's done. Here it's done for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, I stopped. So originally 3 months ago, my prompts were selling. Now people don't want that.
Wow. So, should I be turning myself into an app?
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, Tony. You need to be messaging it.
I got
Here's
you.
this
I hear
done
you.
for you.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, just changing up the messaging to where they understand what it is and how it solves their problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
And
I have
just
a
very quick.
question, Tony. You're doing a homeschooling for what age group?
Well, I homeschool my 2 eldest, so they are 12 and 16. but I also have my other 3 littles are like 8 and 4 and 2, or almost 2. So I have a wide range. But unfortunately, due to like money and time this year, I have to have um my some of them in the local public school, which is not ideal for me, but like when they're younger and just learning core skills, like learning how to read and stuff, like it's just easier at this point this year and with my resources. I just have to outsource that right
Right,
now.
and that's nothing wrong with that. I was just asking because I at one point was a single mom of 3, and I went blind, got laid off, and divorced all in the same month.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah,
What?
so I had to adapt, and I was doing homeschooling, and so I just had like the older ones help me with the younger ones, and I
Yeah.
made a block out for all of that. So I was
Yeah.
just trying to come up with some ideas to
Oh, yeah.
maybe
Wow.
help.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I definitely utilize the older ones and the younger ones. But yeah, but a lot of homeschool families do have like multiple children. So, so that would work. But yeah, we should talk more, maybe like outside of the call too, and like maybe collaborate on some things or some ideas or like coaching or something like that. But wow, I can't believe you overcame that. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, you guys literally inspire me. You guys are awesome.
But yeah, definitely, Tony, I think we should connect on that because I'm doing finances for youth. So
Yeah. Oh, and that's a huge, huge need for that. That's a huge need for adults. But wow, that's filling a huge need for sure.
That's awesome. Yes, you guys should collaborate. I think everybody should get in the habit of like talking to each other outside of the calls too. We want you guys to like collaborate on everything, and then we can promote however we can. So Tony, do you have a clearer picture of like where to go?
I do with my messaging and the words I do.
Okay.
Yeah, my outdoor nature play group that are local, I do want to start leaning into them and like equipping them with my resources too, but it is sort of like I feel like it's a stretch. I'm not like I feel like I'm just connecting 2 different things together, but it's all the same goal. So I think I get it.
Yeah, I would say that you can give all of them your freebie. I would just say, hey, I'm starting an online business, da 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 da. Here's my freebie on things that I do to help my kids stay present with my kids and to help, like whatever it may be. This has been working for me, and it's the freebie, so it's not even an ask, and then you let the funnel do the work, and they'll most likely buy it. That's what I would do. I would include that in your email. I would put that in your signature block whenever you're emailing moms. I would have that. I would blast it everywhere. I would do the Gary Vee video if I were you. You don't have like, there's no reason not to. I would say like, hey,
Yeah.
I do these nature groups. I also like, if you're not able to come at these times, I also have this resource. I just wanted to share it with you because it works for me. I want it to work for you. Like I would have at this point, I would just say, because you have a lot of value, you need to know the value that you give. And you aren't going to be able to share that value with anybody if you don't talk about it. And I see it in your stories. I see you talking about it. You are, and I'm very proud of you for doing that because it's been, you're on it. What I would suggest is you to have maybe a couple more. No, you're doing a lot of talking heads too. Right now, you just need to be like following up with everybody that likes your stories, sending them a DM. Sending them a DM if they comment, DM them outside of the menu chat. Make sure that you're like DMing them directly.
I need to get ManyChat. I still don't have it, and that's been on my list to get. But it's just like another expense, but I do see the value of having it increase the engagement and all that. So yeah, I know that's a necessity.
You know, but it is, but it isn't, because guess what? Go Higher Level does it.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, I just need to learn how to use that.
So yeah, so you know
Okay.
what we're gonna do is let's get you on a call with Carrie, our like Go Higher Level girl, and see how we can take your funnel and like figure it out and figure out your ManyChat thing. I think what we'll do is we'll ask Carrie to come on and do a coaching call next Thursday.
Okay.
Amanda's like, yeah. And then we'll show you all how to use your Go High Level and the different templates. And we'll share with templates. We'll share with all of that.
Okay. Are there a lot of others with Go High Level, or is that still the direction the team wants to go in?
Yeah. So we're putting all of our clients on Go High Level because of
okay.
how it works.
Oh, okay.
And there's, so we will figure out, I have her build, she has like challenge sequences. She's building out a lot that we are going to be putting into Business in a Box when she's done onboarding some people. So we will share that. Hopefully she'll be able to have that done by Thursday. That'll be very helpful because we can just literally, it'll be plug and play. Like it's called a snapshot account that we're having her build us. And then we just get to share everything with you guys.
Okay.
So we can just put it into your account, which is very helpful. So that way, if you want to do multiple landing pages or anything like that, it's like already built out. And
okay. Yeah.
we did the math and Go High Level, even though it's $97 a month, that because
does save
comes
money.
with, it does save money. So you don't need Metrical, you don't need ManyChat, you don't need any of your CRMs. It is a CRM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
all
why I
of
was
those
keeping
things.
it. Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, good. So we'll try to do that on Thursday.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Amanda, you're muted.
I was talking to Chris and saying Chelsea has a meeting. Is she going to get it done? Is she going to wrap us up in time? I was like,
I'm gonna try because
internal bet here about whether
know.
we're going to get off in time or not.
I know. Yeah, actually, I'm leaving early. Surprising. I know. Surprise, surprise. Clearly you can see the chaos that is happening. Thank you everybody for having so much patience with me today. We'll get Carrie on the call next week. I'm going to shoot for Thursday, but she might be on Tuesday. We'll let you guys know. And then yeah, that's all of the things. Anybody have anything pressing or urgent?
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. I needed to hear that today. You guys are amazing. Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank
You really
you
look
guys.
beautiful today too, Chelsea. You're glowing.
Wow. What is this? Thank you.
Natural and beautiful.
Yes,
Oh,
glowing.
wow. You guys. Oh, thank you. Oh, we're going to make this a part of our weekly call. Come with compliments. Oh my God. You know what? We should do a round of compliments to everybody. But for right now, I just want to let everybody know I am so honored and excited and like thrilled to be a part of your lives. Thank you for regularly showing up. Brad actually said that it was very impressive that we have the show up rate that we actually do. We just need to grow this. We want to hit 100 moms this year launching their business. We want to grow our weekly coaching to 100 moms in our weekly coaching. But he said that the fact that we have all of you showing up and staying on is actually very rare. So clearly we have something amazing that we're starting together. And I'm just honored that you guys have all been a part of that and our founding moms. So thank you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with you. Okay. Okay. Blessings to everybody. I love you all. I will let Amanda close us in prayer. Excuse me.
God, I thank you so much for these beautiful ladies. Lord, I thank you for their homes, their children, their spouses. God, just I pray blessings over everything that we do this week, everything that we put our hands to. God, I just pray that you put protection, guidance, wisdom, encouragement, and joy in all that we're doing. God, I pray that you give us time with for good and solid connections with our children this week, and just go before us. We love you, God, and we give all of this to you, and it's in your name I pray. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Bye. Have a lovely time.
Thank you. Bye.